Hello again everyone. And welcome back to PPR News. And today we will be watching the debate that could change our country's future. Last time on Pumpkin News we talked to some locals and took a closer look at ground level on how the parties were doing. So without further ado, on to you Ponky.
Thanks again, Paul. And yes, I am standing in front of this live debate, where each party leader will be asked questions and given scenarios to see what they would do if they become elected. Oh, I think it's starting.
Welcome everyone to the debate this evening. Here we have our three parties who are running in this election. First up, the Yellow Party, ran by Phil. They believe that for Pumpkin Town to keep growing and to prosper, it needs to focus more on education and infrastructure improvements. Next up, the Orange Party, ran by Patrick. They believe Pumpkin Town needs to be secured. They want to boost industry and expand the military to prevent any attempts of more terrorism on the mainland. Then we have the Reds, ran by, what's your name, sir? I guess it doesn't matter. The Reds believe Pumpkin Town needs to become stronger and independent. They say that our identity and culture is being destroyed by outside forces such as terrorism and plans on ending it today. So without any further delay, I will ask the first question. How will your government deal with the increasing threat of terrorism?
Hello everyone. And yes, that is a very good question. We at the Yellow Party believe that terrorism should be dealt not with violence, but diplomacy.
That's quite a bold statement there, Phil. Is that even possible?
Ha! What a joke. That's crazy talk, Phil. Let's talk to the savages who are happily ruining people's lives and are destroying our country.
So what's your plan then? Because if you haven't figured out yet, killing them only makes them come back stronger, and even more angry, might I add. We need to identify who the terrorists are and what organizations they originate from, so that we can solve the issue that is making people turn to terrorism.
I do agree with Yellow there. We need to identify where the sources of terrorism are. But in the meantime, we still need to fight them off. That is why we need to start increasing our country's safety by building up our strength and military to fight them off.
Exactly. Though I think you should emphasize the building up of strength there, Patrick. But at least Orange is on the right track. Diplomacy won't solve terrorism.
You have no proof that diplomacy won't work. We should at least try. It's a very valid option and could work.
Okay, let's have a little look back then, shall we? According to the PPR way back during the Snowden War against terrorism, we quote, "Demand immediate surrender," however. They still insisted on fighting. That led to our men dying either way. People like that cannot be reasoned with, Phil. They didn't want to listen to us back then. They won't now.
We both know that is a terrible point to make.
But it's the right one. And we both know it.
Let's try to stay on topic, guys.
I think it's a great point to make. The past will repeat itself if we let the Yellow Party win.
Don't think I'm not suspicious about your party though. You seem even more untrustworthy than the Yellow Party. I mean, you haven't even said your name once during this election campaign.
At least we can agree on something. Speaking of terrorism then, why did you try blame our party for the railway terrorist attack?
Well, you seem the only ones capable. Along with having the reason to do so.
How dare you blame our party for killing innocents?
Everybody please calm down. I think enough has been said about the recent terrorist attacks. Let's move on to a different topic.
We interrupt this broadcast to share our message to the world. Before the creation of the USC, capitalism blossomed, industrial development via globalization and demand fueled the market. As Pablian and neighboring countries optimized international trade, it soon became too convenient, too optimized. Hence the horizon of the fall of Pablian began to rise. The state asked us for loyalty and unconditional trust, and through this the people served Pablian as Pablian served the people. However, Pablian became gluttonous and greedy and wanted more than what its people could provide, and globalization wasn't enough. So the USC was formed, a statement of betrayal and greed to its people. Pablian fell, all in the chase for more, leaving itself as a cog in a machine that will systematically squeeze all that's left of our country. So we left what was now dead to us. So the true people of Pablian, including myself, fled to create our own.
Oh my goodness. Apologies for the technical issues. Currently the military are arriving to do some investigations to attempt to trace back the source of the interruption. But for now please excuse us as we now play the mandatory alert message.
This is an emergency broadcast provided to the citizens of Pumpkin Town. Please remain calm. This is not a drill. A customized alert message will be read out to you now. Pumpkin Town intelligence services have been hacked. Everyone is to stay indoors until the state of alert is removed. It would be wise to lock your doors and close your blinds. Everyone outside whilst receiving this message should head to any nearby emergency bunkers to stay safe. Our government would like to thank you for your cooperation. May Pumpkin Man protect us all.
We have been given permission to stay on the air to give citizens the best advice for what to do during this state of alert. The military has allowed us to continue to record the Pumpkin election under military supervision. Everyone there watching the event is being ordered to remain as they are until the debate is over. After the debate is over, they will be taken back to their homes until it is safe to go outside again. We at the PPR thank you all for your patience as we will now be heading back to the Pumpkin elections debate.
Thanks again, Paul. Things have for sure gotten a lot more intense here now that the military has arrived. But I'm sure it's enough to keep us all safe. Now back to the debates.
Okay, so my next question for you guys will be, what will your parties do if you were in a full-scale war?
This is an easy question. They would get crushed by our mighty army before they could even fight back.
Right, that's being a little bit unrealistic, don't you think?
How so? We already have all of the resources to become the strongest united military force on the entire realm. Not to mention our allies who help us grow stronger every day.
United, says the guy who wants to scale back humans to be allowed to enlist in the Pumpkin Town military.
Well, I just think that...
Also forgetting to mention that most of our allies are countries with a majority human population.
Don't doubt my party's ambitions. We have a plan that will solve everything unlike you two.
Please, can you three at least go one at a time? Let's just move on to a different question, and only one of you speak first. This will be the final question. Pumpkin discrimination is on the rise. More and more outside threats are becoming more apparent each day. How will your party prepare and deal with this future crisis?
Clearly the only way we can tackle any future issues is to be as adaptable as possible. We need to observe the state of the world and prepare for all scenarios we can currently think of. Then and only then will we be ready to face every trial ahead of us.
It looks like we're running out of time. How long until it's ready?
Hopefully not too much longer. How much time do we have?
Not enough, Liam. Not enough.